everybody! So one of the biggest questions that I get from people when they talk to me is how can they get started with accessibility? It feels so overwhelming to them and they're just not sure where to start. And one of my favorite suggestions to give is to just start learning by going to conferences. Now, conferences are a great way to set aside some time and dedicate that to learning about accessibility. And one of the biggest and best conferences for digital accessibility is coming up at the end of February. This is called XCon. Before I go any further, this video is not sponsored or promoted in any way. This is just me sharing a suggestion. Now, the best part is this conference is completely free. It's all virtual, so you can watch it from the comfort of your home. You can even listen to it while you're working if you can't get work off. It's super convenient. They even will have the recordings afterward so that you can listen to the ones that you can't listen to live. For me, this means there's no excuse to not listen to the ones that I think would be helpful to me. And so I'm just super excited to share this exciting event with you. And let's sign up together so we can both enjoy this conference. Now, this event is put on by DayQ. It's from February 25th to February 27th. So it's 3 days long and there's classes from varying times, but generally from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. each of the days. There's a combination of keynote speakers and then it breaks up into small groups. And so all you have to do is register, and then once you're registered, you can sign up for the specific classes that you want to attend. Also, as a side note, they have an archive of their 2024 videos that I found when getting on their website, and I've been enjoying watching last year's as well. It gives me so much content to pull from and to learn from, and it helps me further my career. Now, one of the cool parts about this conference is they work really carefully on getting people who are going to be super valuable for us to learn from. They have key players in the industry who are the leaders in these topics, and also a good variety of people who are disabled themselves that we can really learn from. And I think that learning from their experience and from their knowledge is such a valuable tool when we're learning about accessibility. I'm lucky because I'm a freelance designer, and so I can set aside the time to go to this conference and really just enjoy it and make sure that I'm on top of my client work. I won't be watching all of it in real time because I do need to get some work done, but it does give me that flexibility. All right, so I personally haven't signed up for the conference yet. I really need to get signed up so that I know what my schedule is going to be in a couple of weeks. So I'll share my screen with you and take you along as I get registered and pick the classes that I want. All right, so here we have the home page. It says virtual event, February 25th to the 27th, building accessible experiences. Love the theme. I'm super excited about this. Once again, it's free to register. XCon is the world's largest digital accessibility conference. We welcome developers, designers, business users, and accessibility professionals of all experience levels to a unique conference experience focused on building, testing, and maintaining accessible digital experiences. All right, so then down here, it shows the keynote speakers. And then it just talks about it a little bit more. Now let's jump into looking at the schedule. They also have this list of who all the presenters are, so you can learn a little bit more about who they are. It looks like you can click on individual ones to learn specifically a little bit more. A couple of paragraphs it looks like, and then it shows like which class they're going to be teaching, so you can add it to your calendar that way. If there's a certain speaker that you're interested in, that could be a better way to go about it, or you can just look at the agenda and see the topics. So I think I'll do a combination of both where I'll look at the speaker and the topic and then decide who I want to go with. Okay, so now I'm on the 2025 agenda page. All sessions will have live captions and ASL provided. That's awesome. That is good, especially for accessibility conference, right? Definitely want to make sure it's accessible. Okay, so first I'm going to look at February 25th, the first day of it. There's 2 keynote speakers, one at 9 a.m., one at 10 a.m. Those are like ones where we're all in one big group, and then you break off into smaller groups and you pick which ones you want to go with. Okay, this is cool. So they have it broken down in topics, meaning development, a design one, organizational successes with accessibility, and then a wild card. So it will give you kind of a general area of what you might be interested in. For example, for me, I'm a designer, so it's likely that I'm going to be interested in a lot of the design ones. So I like that they kind of categorized it for me like that. And then they just have it by the hour here with each one in each category where you can look at it. It looks like you can even click on a specific one that you might be interested in, and then you just can read the description and see specifically more in depth what they're planning on talking about, because you're not going to be able to tell just based off the title. So this way you can make more of an informed decision as to what's going to be useful to your time. So this is all the ones for the first day. Then there's a virtual cocktail class. And then I'm going to go to the top here and look at February 26th. And then here we just have a lot of other options. I'm personally not going to stand here and read them all to you. I'll let you look at them in your own time and make your own decisions how you want to. I will bring you along as I register, and then that way you can see which classes I'm signing up for in case you're curious about that. But really just go to classes that are going to be most helpful to you. So I'm just making a list here, keeping notes of options. So several of the hours, there's a couple that I'm interested in, some that I only have one that I'm interested in. And there's even honestly a couple that I was like, I don't know if I'm interested in any of these topics. Now I can jump on and off throughout the day and don't feel like you have to go to every session. Whatever works with your schedule, make that work. So if you still have to work that day, then, you can jump on during your lunch break and even just go to one, or you can try to listen to it while you're working, or hopefully we can get those recordings so we can watch it in our own time. But I'm just going to sign up for the ones I'm actually interested in. So I kind of already have an idea of what I want to sign up for. So I think I'm ready to register. I'm just going to click on registration. Welcome to the Ally Squad. Okay, that was super simple. All I had to do was put in my email and my name and a couple of other things, and now I'm all registered. All right, so I'm going to click on my agenda, see if this is where I go to add things. No sessions found. Okay, so I'm guessing that means I go to the agenda and then maybe add them there. That would actually be nice because then I can kind of look at them all at once. Okay, I'm going to go just in order. I'm going to do February 25th first. So you can just, oh, perfect. You just add to my sessions, and that's super nice. That's easy. I am going to keep in mind, though, that these are in Eastern time zone. So any time zone here is going to be 2 hours later than what it is for me. So the 9 a.m. one is actually 7 a.m. for me. So I'm going to go ahead and add these keynotes. Oops. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up that early, but here's hoping that I can watch them later on. For the 11 a.m., I'm trying to decide between the design one and the accessibility one. So inclusive design patterns for 2025 or accessibility maturity models. Accessibility maturity models. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at these both and decide. Okay, after looking through, I'm going to sign up for the inclusive design patterns for 2025. So I'll add that session. Then for the 12 p.m. one, I want to do the design one, practical strategies for accessible design. For the 1 o'clock one, I was interested in the design one and this one. That's the wild card. I think I decided I wanted to go with the wild card on this one though. So we'll sign up for that. And then for 2 p.m., once again, I'm deciding between the design one and the wild card. I think this one will be interesting for the wild card though, because I was reading about this person who's the presenter, and I think I'm going to go with this one. This person is also visually impaired, and so I can connect with that, and I want to learn from this person. So I think I'll just go with that one. Now I'm going to go to Wednesday. The keynote is about the European Accessibility Act. I don't think I'm going to sign up for that keynote because I have something going on in the morning of this day, so I won't be able to go to that one, but let's keep going. So for the 10 a.m. one, I might miss the beginning of it, but I might be able to make the second half, and I was interested in learning more about the European accessibility laws and their standards, so I'm going to sign up for this wildcard one and hope that I can attend. If I have to, then I'll watch it later on if it's available. And then for the 11 a.m., the design one, designing for neurodiversity. This is a big topic that I always am willing to learn more about. Then at 12 p.m., I'm going to do this design one from parts to whole, design beyond systems. And then at 1 p.m., I want to do write accessible documentation. At 2 p.m., I'm going to do the development one. I think this is my first and only development one, so that's interesting. Testing products for accessibility, why manual and automated tests are important. So I'll just select that one. At 3 p.m., I'm most interested in this design one. However, this was one that I was feeling like maybe I won't go to this. I will sign up for it just in case. But also, it is the last one of the day, so it'd be easy for me to just not go to that. And then they have a virtual trivia. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Thursday, February 27th. Okay, so the keynote this day is actually the last thing. So that's interesting because the other 2 days, it was at the beginning of the day. Make change happen. How the power of storytelling can drive accessibility forward. That sounds interesting. I'll give it a shot. And then for the 9 a.m. one, the design one is interesting. Let me make sure. Was there anything else that I was interested in? Oh yeah, I want to learn more about the legal stuff. And so I'm going to do this, the digital accessibility legal landscape. Then there's accessibility in the ages of social media influence. Sounds like an interesting one for me. So I'm excited for that. I'm also interested in, for 11 a.m., influencing without authority, a pep talk for accessibility advocates. Sounds great. Then at 12, this was another section that I wasn't quite sure which one to sign up for, if I was really interested in any of them. I think I'm going to sign up for TV for All, Breaking Barriers for Accessibility on Connected Devices. That was the one I was the most interested in. Maybe I'll just take a lunch break. We'll see. Sorry, I have to eat sometime. Okay, and then at 1, the very last of all of the sessions, I was interested in creating inclusive websites with plain language. So as a designer, I don't know a ton about coding, but I think it's really important to be able to understand the coding aspects. So it sounds like plain language is up my alley because it's not super advanced. All right, so I'm going to add that one. Now that I'm all registered and I've picked out my classes, I'm super excited for this event in a couple of weeks. Comment below if you're planning on coming to XCon and which classes you're most excited to attend. I highly encourage you to take advantage of this free, awesome virtual conference that's going on so you can further your learning in accessibility and design. If you want to see more about my journey with getting my CPACC certification, go ahead and watch this video here. I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!